Hello, hello, little friends. Hello, hi friends. Hello, YouTube. How's it going? Welcome back to my channel, Go Places, Make Things. I'm Kat. I'm a novice-ish sewist. And I love creating things out of vintage and thrifted materials as well as new materials, and a whole bunch of other crafty things. If you think you might be into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button on this video. In today's video, it's an ungodly hour today. I don't know why I'm doing this so early, but whatever. In today's video, I am turning this beautiful vintage kimono into a little more modern bomber jacket. Why a bomber jacket? Well, I'll admit, when I first bought this, I had a whole other vision for this. It was like this off the shoulder. Oh, here, I have my sketch of it. So it was an off the shoulder flowy dress so I could keep the sleeves because I'm obsessed with kimono sleeves. Just the way they drape is so gorgeous. But a couple weeks ago, I had the thought that why don't I turn it into a bomber jacket? And then I just knew that was the way forward and there was no changing my mind. So we committed and here we are. So I scored this kimono for about 3,000 yen at a thrift shop in Japan. And I'm pretty sure it's real silk. But there are a couple ways that you can tell. There's first of all the feel test. So real silk will have this slight slipperiness to it. It's very smooth. It won't have that plasticky feeling, or it won't feel cold to the touch the way like a polyester or a synthetic would. Next is the shine test, which is essentially just, is it shiny? But I don't mean shiny in a plasticky shiny. I mean this beautiful pearlescent shine to it. It's really subtle. It's not out there. And the third is a burn test. So the theory is, and I say theory because I haven't done this yet, the theory is that when you burn a natural fiber, it will burn slowly, and what it leaves behind is a really fine ash, like you'll be able to crumble it. Whereas if you're burning a synthetic material, because it's plastic, it'll melt instead of burn, if that makes sense. Anyway, I have a piece of tester silk here, just a little swatch I cut off. I'll get closer to the camera so you can see what I'm doing as I crawl across the table. Yeah, so let's see. Oh. So it is burning rather slowly here. I'm gonna blow it out before I set off my smoke alarms and wake everybody else in the house up. But you can see here, it just kind of got crispy on the edge. But if I take off a chunk of this, do you see that? I don't know if you can see the fine ash here, but it is ashy instead of plasticky. So I'm pretty sure I scored a real silk vintage kimono. That's amazing. I'm really excited about this, considering it was only 3,000 yen. I digress. Whether you're into upcycling, sewing with kimono, or just love seeing old textiles brought back to life, I think you'll really enjoy this video. I hope. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, hang on a sec. Before we get started in making this, I want to talk to you about the pattern a bit. The pattern I used is called the Sport Lux Bomber by the Maker's Atelier. I can't say that with an English accent, I apologize. It looks like that there. Hopefully you can see that on the screen. It's not too washed out, but it might be. Anyway, I'll post an image right here. The reason I chose this one, I went down a rabbit hole on the internet, and because I knew I wanted a bomber jacket, but something more drapey. In my head, it was draping down. It wasn't the tight sleeves and tight cuffs that you'd find in a normal bomber jacket or like Letterman jacket. I wanted something that would let the fabric be the fabric. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But I found this one, and because of the rounded shape of the arms, it lets that drape and that extra fabric be there. The pattern was pretty straightforward. Realistically, it's like, so the back seam, so the shoulders, so the sides, done. And then I will admit that the neck cuff tripped me up a bit, mainly because I hadn't worked with jersey or rib knits before, and I learned that I'm not good at it. I'm just not. Anyway, the pattern itself comes with really detailed written instruction. I struggle to follow written instructions, so we'll see how this goes. I will likely go rogue a couple times. I already know that I'm going to make some modifications because the pattern doesn't account for a lining, so I have to add a lining. And then I want to add a couple welt pockets because everything needs pockets. But to me, a bomber is not complete without those cute little welt pockets with the cuff. Anyway, I hope that all made sense. Now for real, let's get started. The hardest part of working with kimono, especially ones with a pattern like this, is matching up the image across the fabric bolts. Kimono fabric bolts are really only between 12 and 14 inches. So to get any piece of this pattern, I have to attach two pieces together. Personally, I'm pretty proud of how I lined up the pattern on this one. It's not always easy. The initial construction process is really easy. It's 4 simple pieces, straight stitched together. The tricky bit is when you get to the cuffs, neck, and hem. I learned something about myself through this process. I am not good at working with knits. Send help, or chocolate, because I'm pretty sure I'm
going to make another of these jackets soon.
So here, I was hoping to make my life easy by being able to fit the cuff over my machine, but no such luck, so just know that I finished sewing all the cuffs and hems, and we're done.
And that's a wrap on the kimono jacket. Bomber jacket on the bomber jacket. I really love how this turned out. It's so comfy, first of all, with the cotton lining. That was a bit of a mistake, but it's fine. It's so cozy, and I love where the pattern ended up on this front piece here, and then again on the back piece here. It's just so, there's just something so unique about it. I think I'll be wearing this every day. It'll get thrown into my regular rotation. If you ever want to try working with kimono fabric, I highly recommend it. It's super rewarding to know that you save something from a landfill or a life in a very dark closet. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, drop me a comment. If you like this just as much as I do, or maybe not so much, I don't know, share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.